They say the chosen ones are next to God. But what if they're the ones who he forgot? I saw an ad today, she was from Ukraine. They showed a girl to me, guess to ease the pain. Getting rain today and it washes clean, but it don't wash away what we don't mean. And if the world we're in is ruled by death, would we breathe in the rain or waste our breath? Wonder who had placed her in my feed. Was he American or another breed? And did the click she got make him a buck? Did he ever really give a fuck? They say the chosen ones are next to God. But what if they're the ones who he forgot? I saw an ad today, she was from Ukraine. They showed a girl, I guess, to ease the pain. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is another day where we had some additional rainfall in my neck of the woods. Last night, right before midnight, we had a tornado warning where I'm at. That was unusual. It was unusual in that we definitely have had significant weather over the past decades, but it seems to be a little bit more common now to have unusual weather during unusual time frames, and we're not even really in the middle of the strength of summer. So if you're out there going through extreme circumstances as well, I invite you to join this channel, join anyone who asks for reasonable requests for, like, let's say for an example, reasonable rainfall. Anyone who's out there praying, meditating, whatever word you want to call it. And at the same time, I urge you to think about some of these things that are being said by people who maybe like you and me are sharing insights and thoughts about the pain that we're all experiencing and how it's being marginalized and trivialized in the form of what's being advertised. You know, I'm sharing this tune as it's a kind of a heavy, weighty thought, and it's, of course, being led by the picture that was what prompted my penning of this song to begin with. As I've said in the past, I don't consider myself a musician or a singer, but I do consider myself capable of using my words to bridge conversations that have yet to occur, that are a little bit backlogged, mostly by our fathers. And I say that because I've attempted to communicate with a lot of individuals within my own ranks. And I've even attempted to reach out to, for an example, the elected leader. The last time that this person was elected, I sent a sentiment, and it went unanswered. And I have a feeling that over the course of time, all of my voicings will be heard by the people that they were needed to be heard by, and that might simply include my own basic ranks, my own circles, my own friends and family, my own former coworkers, my own chosen group, and that includes a lot of people who probably feel like me, where even though we feel like we are destined for something, maybe we might feel like things have been overlooked for some time. Things have been made more difficult than they need to have been made. And part of that is because of an unusual distribution system that is lavishly pouring out wealth, pouring out advertisements into two different places. And the advertisements are targeted to bring in an income and to satisfy a machine that, from all I can see in this nation, seems to lead to war and wanting and disparity and discouragement. And those are the kind of things that I did not experience as a child. As a child, the discouragement was in the teachings that we were receiving from our parents, to do right from wrong, to discern right from wrong. But at a certain point, at a certain level, we are continuing to do wrong without really realizing that we're doing wrong, because what's wrong seems right. Like to continue consuming in this world where everything is overburdened, and to never think twice about what it is that we are exacerbating, that is not necessarily right. And unfortunately, we don't necessarily seem to recognize right from wrong as easily as we could, because it's been taught to us for so long as a way that, whether we are American or some other breed, we might believe that some of these values and injustices are non-existent. So anyway, that's about all I wanted to say. I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you're continuing to try to encourage one another to learn, and to make better choices, and to heal. So far, in this particular area where I'm at, the land has been healing. It's been getting nourished with plenty of water. If I could share some with the areas that were lacking water, I would do so. But I know that our area is absolutely in dire need of an abundance of water to restore the aquifer system that we have. So a lot of areas, a lot of lakes in my state are dry. A lot of places in my nation have been having wildfires. And I know that's not just specific to my own nation. A lot of us in general are having some distribution circumstances where we might want to learn to share with one another and not just advertise to one another some kind of um, basic uh, elemental companionship. You know, we might want to experience actually sharing with one another in this sandlot the concept of learning to heal, and that's basically I think that that's the message that I wanted to share, and that was all again triggered by this constant advertisement that I continue to see, despite clicking on videos for chosen ones and gardening and watching adventures where people look for artifacts and rock art all over the nation. And yeah, for some reason I think the advertisers are doing their best to get all of us to overlook what needed to be looked at, because, well, they're placing some very um, challenging ads for everyone out there that might entice us to become distracted. So if you're a chosen one or not a chosen one, it doesn't matter. You were chosen to receive an advertisement and to receive probably a link to this video. And if you've watched it this far and it sounds like I'm talking in a couple of directions, well, just listen again and see that I'm basically talking as if future our future discussions are going to be determined by some of the choices that we make and or don't make, for that matter. So I hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for looking and enjoying, and I hope that you subscribe and share where it makes sense. And I hope you do find what it is that you're wanting to be advertised to you. Until next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff.